Pott's Prinzipal.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
I don't know whether that's how it's pronounced or not, but there you go. Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. This is the third and the last one I've got from the Pott's Brewery from Munster, or Munsterland if you want to call it that. And it's the Prinzipal, which I think is their attempt sort of at a Pilsner. Not sure. I've just been reading the description. It says it's been brewed with a very old brewing tradition, the first of its kind in Germany. Don't know how true that is. Don't know what that. They don't go into detail as to what it is. But if the last two that I've tried are anything to go by, then this is going to be a good one. The Pott's land beer for me that I've just tried was, I would say, the best land beer I've tried so far. Now I've got one in the fridge from a brewery called Dortmunder, from Dortmund in Germany, which did a Helles that was, I can't remember the name of it now, but that was absolutely superb. That really did stand out. And I tried that when I wasn't really into beer reviewing, and I wouldn't say I didn't really know what I was drinking, but I was going through my phase of drinking Guinness, but that really did stand out. So I'm really looking forward to that. But today this is all about the Pott's Brewery from Munster, and this does look quite interesting. Unfortunately on the website it doesn't give the ingredients, so I have no idea what hops, what malt is in there, but it does say that this has got quite a big malty character on it. So I'm not sure whether, I really don't know much about this beer at all. All I know is it's a light coloured beer. I don't know what style they're trying to emulate with this, but I'm just looking on the front. It says mit spezieller Malts composition. So it's something to do with a malt. So there you go. That's as much as I know. Pott's, as I say, are from Munster. They've been going since 1769. Not much that I know about the brewery, but I know that the beer is good. So let's get this one investigated. Right, this, see, I'm just looking on the back. It's got beer type Spezial Export. So it's an attempt at an export beer. It's 5.3%, which is what they know as export strength. Thankfully they haven't put it in a green bottle. Green bottles were, years ago, usually a symbol of export beer, but thankfully they haven't done that. So this just, the ingredients are just saying it contains Brauwasser, Gusten malt and hops. Character, volumdig, Weich. What the fuck does that mean? Volumdig. I mean, they're full-bodied. Yeah, it might mean full-bodied. Weich, white, light. Maybe, I don't know, fucking hell, I'm guessing here. And I bet my German mate is pissing himself laughing. He's the one that got me this. Thank you very much, Normie, for that. That's about all I can tell you, really. Pretty fucking poor for a beer reviewer, but yeah, 5.3% 330ml bottle. That's my biggest bugbear with this lot. All their beers come in 330ml bottles, and they're so good, they should be in fucking 500ml bottles, so you can drink more of the bastard. But unfortunately, you can't. So let's get it open and drink the 330ml. Right, there you go, there's that plop. I'm such a fucking 5-year-old when it comes to words like plop. Oh, what a twat. And you fucked that right up, haven't you, you twat. That smells like a lager. There's nothing in that to really differentiate it between. Oh, hang on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't know what that aroma is. It's faint. It's just like a faint lemon citrus. That's about it. Now I've had two of theirs before this, the Landbier and the Landbier Hell. Both really nice. The Landbier was absolutely superb. Dark Landbier, best one I've tasted. Best Landbier I've tasted so far. The Landbier Hell, all I took away from that was supremely drinkable. Not massive on the flavour, but really, really drinkable. This aroma, not a great deal. I'm not going to try and invent aromas. There's a vague lemon citrus and a vague hint at some kind of malt, but there's not much to go on the aroma. Oh well, let's get it down the hatch, see what's going on. Prost, as they say in Germany. Oh, quite a big malty finish on that, with some lemon citrus as well. The IBUs on this are 23, and that is about right. There's no bitterness on there, so it's not like a pilsner, and I think they do their own pilsner as well. And from North Germany, if it was trying to emulate a pilsner, then it would have some real hot bitterness on it. Hasn't got that on here, but as they say on the back, it's an export style beer. Not much character on that at all, to be honest. I mean, it's not bad, not bad at all, but there's nothing really, as lagers go, especially German lagers, there's nothing that really stands out on this. It is quite light-bodied, and that's I think a characteristic of this brewer. Their beers do have a light body. This is supposedly, according to the website, it's supposedly full-bodied. I wouldn't say it's that full-bodied. I thought the Holsten Pils was a little bit more full-bodied than this, but to be honest, the aroma isn't that great, I have to say. It smells a little bit nasty, and if in a blindfold test, I would say that was probably got it massively wrong. Potts are, well, they call themselves a craft brewer. They've been going since 1769, so they say they've been craft brewing since 1769. But in a blindfold test, if I smelt that, I would say, I think that might be macro brewed. I'm not saying it's a nasty smell, but it's just so nondescript. There's not much to go on at all. There's a little bit of slightly toasted malt on the arse end of it, but that's a little bit disappointing, actually, when you consider that the Landbier, how good that is. This is, I suppose, in the style of a Dortmunder export, that type of export lager. And if this is what they're exporting, they're obviously giving us the shit over here and keeping the best for themselves. This is not shit. I'm not going to say it's shit, but yeah, in a blindfold test, I would fail miserably. I would probably say this was macro brewed by if someone told me it was a German beer, I'd say it was brewed by a big brewer, because there really isn't much to go on. There's vague toasted malt on the finish, as I just said, but that's about it. And it might sound like I'm disappointed, but the other two beers that they did were really nice. But this just is... It's not bad, don't get me wrong. There's no nasties. The aroma's acceptable, but it doesn't inspire me. It doesn't really want me to ever buy this again. That's really disappointing. Could be anything. This could be in any lager. Well, no, it couldn't be any lager. That's a lie. But when you consider it comes from Germany and how good this... I mean, they know how to brew some stuff. They know how to brew some decent stuff. But this is just very, very average. Slightly disappointed. I have to say, slightly underwhelming. So, what is the verdict on Pott's Prinzipal? Well, not a lot. It's just okay and nothing more, which is really disappointing because they started off really well, and the Landberg Hell was okay, very, very drinkable, not much flavour. And this Prinzipal is just bottomed out. I tried the Holsten Pils yesterday and it was reasonably drinkable. And I have to say, this is on a par with it because it doesn't stand out as being amazing. It's not one I would go for ever again. I certainly would recommend the brewer on the strength of their land beer, but this stuff, just very, very average. And it's got on here mit special malts composition, so it's got special malts in there. Really not getting that at all. Yeah, slightly disappointed. Oh dear, oh fucking dear. What mark would I give this? I'm going to give it a 6 because I know what this brewer can do, and this beer is just I wouldn't say a run-of-the-mill lager, but there's no character. It doesn't stand out. Certainly drinkable. Yeah, you can drink this. 5.3%. Reasonably average. That's the best I can do. I'm trying to look for compliments on this, but they're not very forthcoming. And I'm not going to try and big up a beer because they've just come from a good brewer. If a beer's average, I'll tell you it's average. If it's shit, I'll tell you it's shit. This isn't shit, but it's very average. So yeah, I think 6 out of 10 is a fair mark for this. I'm going to say, if you want to drink something from Pott's, don't go for this. Go for the Land Beer Hell if you like your light coloured beers, your lagers, or if you like a darker beer, your dunkels, go for the Land Beer, because this is just very, very run-of-the-mill. They do a Pilsner. I'd be intrigued to see what that's like. If it's in keeping with a North German style Pilsner where it's quite bitter, whereas, you know, some of the Czech Pilsners are like that as well, but this, yeah, give it a swerve. 6 out of 10, and there's better out there. That's all I'm going to say on it. And remember, beer is working class. Champagne.